Okay. So, what we have learned yesterday and what is going to learn today. Let's open our document. Today, one tool, two languages, which is M language. We just see in the formula bar, and what is the use and what exactly it is and when to use and everything, and DAX. So just before going to that, we should also this is the agenda actually. So one tool, two languages, cross filtering direction, active inactive relationship, and then the relationship type. Okay, these things we will learn, and we'll also go some categorization, summarization part. Okay, so that's what I would like to set an agenda, and we'll go and publish this into a workspace, and there we'll try to explore one or two options. Okay, so that's what I would like to say, and then going back to the report which we have created last time. So now we have these three tables, and we are not going to go at this moment. Let's see, this is already created. Let's delete this first. Okay, we don't want that relation automatically created. We will create, and we will understand why we need to create. If it's not created, what is the problem? So we will just experiment. We will be now scientists, like something like that. Okay, we have to do some kind of experiment here. Okay, so let me go here, and then we'll try to create some visualizations. Okay, so let's see, one visual, just take like a population here, and Rajshekhar was asking some decent question. We'll discuss that. Okay, so this is the population, and I want to be something like this. So only one polar, and if you see, this is actually a total population. I didn't say that I want total population, but because I'm just taken into a values, so values give you a total. If you see the sum is already done. Sum means what? Total population. Okay, Ashekar sir, are you there? Ashekar, okay, if not then okay. Yeah, total population is this. Now I want this by year. Let's say I want this by year. See, if I make it bigger, so this is by year. So 1952, 2100. Okay, this is how a population is going from 1952, something like this. This is the growth rate. But again, I want to have something with a region. Okay, so region as a legend. So just put this as a legend. But actually, this will get failed. Why? Because there is no relationship. Now let me go here and make a relationship between these two tables. Now I want to have a relationship between this dim region country ID with something like that population, which is actually wrong. Okay, click OK for now. But actually that is a wrong relationship. Everybody knows, right? Actually what? The country ID with country ID is the right relationship. Okay, because we know we have created this and we push this to this. But what if I give a wrong relationship? Let's go back and see. See, this is coming, but something wrong data. Okay, this is actually working, but which is wrong data. You can test it. You can simply test it by making filters, making other thing help, and you can test it. This is a wrong data. Okay, but if you go back and just see, if you put a right relationship here, or you can delete that, and then you can delete this and then make a relationship, proper relationship, or you can just double click and make a right relationship. Here is the country ID, here is the population. See, ID population will match, never match. So that is not a correct one. Make this, and ideally they should not have duplicates in the country ID. If they have, then see. Come on. Let's see country ID has any duplicates. Go to dim region table. Where to check whether it has duplicates or not? Where to check? Not here. There is no option to check duplicates here. So see, now it's working, but again I want to check why this many to many relationship is happening. So to do that, I have to go back. Ideally, a dim should have a unique values. Country ID should be unique. I don't have any duplicate countries here. Country is not related because repeating, because there is nothing to be repeated values in the regions and countries. This is pure unique values I have kept for a dimension to analyze my facts. Okay. Now let me understand why this is actually coming as a many to many relationship. So I just going back to edit query, which also go tool inside the tool. Tool inside the tool is what? Power Query Editor. So now see why this region is actually having duplicates. So how to check first whether there are duplicates or not? I can just check manually. That is very hectic, but there is an option. Keep duplicates. Simple. Now you will see how many duplicates are there and how you can if you want just to tackle with duplicates, you can make a reference and only keep duplicates and enable disable load, then load them and then export into a CSV and send it to what? Send it to your customer or whoever it is. So these are the duplicate records I have. How can I tackle? So something like that you can decide. You can decide by your own or taken by any other help. So in the business, and when I'm saying taking help in the real time, not in the training. Okay. So now it's actually filtering all the duplicates. Yes, if you see, just close look, any duplicates that we can see these many duplicates are there. But if you see closely, Armenia is in Europe and Australia, and what is this? Cyprus is having in Europe and Australia, which is actually wrong. Okay, you need to fix this manually, or the business has to change something. Okay, so that is the reason that is coming in many to many relationship. Now I don't want many to many relationship, and I want to one to many relationship. So simply, everybody knows remove duplicates option. Keep rows, keep duplicates, and also remove duplicates. Simply, I can use this, and right click also do that, and table wise also do that. Many ways you can do. Okay, remove duplicate. That's it. Now close and apply, and you go back, and then the relationship change to one to many. Somebody is asking question. Good morning, sir. Okay. So now duplicates will be removed. Yeah, it's done. Now what I can do, I can do close and apply. Okay. Now it will come to this main tool, which is Power BI Desktop. Okay. Now you see it's working. Dim region is working. See, understanding relationships is very, very important, guys. It is a small concept, but very important concept. How you are gluing two tables, how your Favicol is working there. Okay, you should put properly Favicol, otherwise that won't glue properly, stick properly. Okay, so that is very, very important. What type of glue you applied and what is your material and how they are working together. Okay, something like that we need to see. But still it is not working as a one to many relationship. Let's delete and recreate. Okay, if that is not working, and then country ID to country ID. We have deleted duplicates only here. Okay, now let me take this country ID and make it country ID. See, one to many, and you can filter only by this to this, not this to this, which actually talks about this. This is called filtering. cross filtering. What is this? Cross filtering. The flow is happening. What is this? Talk about the flow. This dimension will filter the facts. This dimension will filter the facts. How can I know? Because of this, flow, the flow mapping. Okay, one to many. This is one. This is star talks about many. One to many. Okay, so this is the relationship. Okay, you can just go to this manage relationship and then check like how many relationships are there. If you want to create, you can create using this. Okay, and new relationship, auto detect, edit, delete, everything is possible from here. Okay, we'll talk this properties later. This is also one of the important topic, but just to understand the relationship type. What is the relationship type? Okay, that is called cardinality. Okay, the word is cardinality, but the name, general name is relationship type. What kind of relationship type it is? One to many or many to one? If you just talk from this point of view, it is one to many. Okay, if you talk from this point of view, it is many to one. Okay, there is no difference between one to many, many to one. Just change the dimension. The way you look into that is a matters. If you just come here and just see the relationship, it is many to one. If you come here and just see the relationship, it is one to many. Okay, but there are cases one to one, many to many. So that is a different case. So there are total four relationship types: one to one, one to many to one, and many to many. Okay. Previously there was no many to many before December 2018, I guess, and later point of that this came into picture. And before that, actually there were only three relationship types. There were only three relationship types: one to one to many to one. But there was a big hectic when they want to create a many to many relationship. So what is meant by many to many? Just now we had many to many. So dimension is also having duplicates. Fact is also having duplicates. Obviously, fact will have duplicates because a customer is unique. Let's say you are going to a DMart and you are buying you are doing lot of transactions. So under your name, under your custody, under your phone number, they will log all your sales. So one customer is doing multiple transactions. Tomorrow you will go. Your ID will be unique. Okay, but you will do again transactions. So this only fact table will update. Nothing to be updated here because you are always same. Okay, here and there, every 5 years or 6 years you might change your phone number, and it's highly impossible. Okay, but so that's the matter. We'll come to that. How the dimension will change. Then what is matter? So it will also change that, but just it will not change as the fact is changing. Anyway, all these tables are actually derived from one table. You all know, which is population combined. Even this dimension table change, this will also change. But what is the benefit we are getting? We are getting less records. Less duplicates. If you see in this data model, you will not have repeated countries, repeated regions, because we separated them. Okay, we separated them and we created a model. The model benefit is just to understand the data and remove the duplicates and lot of benefits. Okay, and processing and working on the different tables. If you just understand, do incremental refresh. We'll talk about this, which can be done in only fact table. Okay, and refresh this tables or something like that. We can only do refresh. Where is that refresh? Yeah, refresh data. So we can only refresh this particular table. We can only refresh this particular table, which will save a lot of time. Let's say if you are using combined table, that if I do anything, I need to refresh entire data. 6 lakh records I need to do. But if you go back and see this dim region, very less records, 199 records. Dim age group, only less records, 6 to 10 records. Okay, but we understand like what perspective we are analyzing the data. So that's where this model is very, very important, and relationships are also important. Okay, now what we are and where we are, let's go back and then see so this is beautiful. So now it's coming. Okay, so this is good. Now I want to have a age group perspective or category perspective. Let's remove this, or I can don't want to remove this. I just copy and paste. Okay, what I have done, Control C and Control V. Okay, why I'll tell you. Just watch this story. If something comes like that, you need to double click it. Okay, something like that. You know, if something goes gray out, you need to double click it. Come on. Okay. 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 So what is this? Both are same actually. But I don't want to have a rim region every time. I want to have a category here. See, this is having problem. Why? There is no relationship with category. There is no relationship to this and this. That is the reason it got failed. But this is okay because it has relationship, right? So now let me have a relationship. How to have a relationship? Age group ID. We know the pain, like how much effort we put this relationship ID move to this, right? So we have done a lot of transformations there, and then let me go back and have a relationship. So gender, it made a relationship with gender, no, which is wrong. Double click it. Gender is wrong. What is this? Age group ID and age group ID. And what is this? One to many and single. Perfect. See, one to many. This is perfect. There is no duplicates here. Okay. Now let come back and see. See, this is working beautifully. So now we have created two things, two visuals. Both are actually same. If you want to have a table also, that is possible. You can create that, and you can have a filters. If you want to have a filters, you can do filters also. So let's take a filter visual. Okay, slicer visual, slices. Okay, and there is a inbuilt filters also you have. Page level filter. We'll talk that later. But just taking another slicer just to make a filter. Category I want to filter. Just to make an analysis. How many kids? How many people are there, like something like that. But here I want to have a formatting just like a selection criteria, not selection criteria, basically items, not vertical, yeah, here itself, sorry, the list drop down. I want to make it drop down, okay, so that I will have a lot of space, so I can just quickly drop down and check, like I want to analyze only kids. See, what is this? What is the difference? Kids by region, kids by age group. So because the category is only kids. So now you can see, understand by seniors, by country, and but only seniors. Now let's take one more filter. Okay, it's called years. You can also do by filter just like a year. And just like a slicer. You can do something like that. Okay, and you can just check any point of time. You can just check like how many years. Just you can change manually here also. 1982 to 2021. See, you can customize your years. Okay, this is what it is. Okay, a lot of things you can do and a lot of formattings. There are types actually. We already talked about. No, we have not talked them in this batch basically. Okay, we will talk the slices in a separate class, but just understand slicer is a visual. Okay, filter is an inbuilt filter. Filter is different. Slicer is different. There's a lot of difference in between filter and slicer. Okay. Okay, so being said that, now we actually done this project and I can give a name. Okay, I can put a name, something like that. So where is my text box? What is this population analysis? Right, population insights. So we have not created any insights. Let's create analysis at this moment. What is insights and analysis? Okay, what is the difference between insights analysis? Okay, what is the difference between these two? See, insights basically just go deeper into different dimensions. Yes, we are also doing dimensions, but in terms of different calculations, we will see. Like I'll tell you, bold and then make it some font, bigger font. Okay, and make it between. Let's see, and then just push this something like this and make it bigger. Okay, so something like this, and then something like this. And if you want, you can change this color also. If you don't like that black color, make it something blue. Analysis is blue. Okay, something like that you can put, and you can put your logo. You can put your something, anything. You can just insert this image. You can also insert the image, your logo. Okay, or anything related to analysis, population analysis. You can put some population picture or logo or icon. Okay, everything is possible. Okay, and this is a kind of, you can give a rename. Okay, rename population analysis by region and year. You can do lot of ways. Category we have done, country wise also you can do, region wise also you can do. Okay, lot of things you can apply. Okay, just to check. Okay, so the back properties, that's okay. You can have a background color. If you want to, you can change the background color from white to something else, something like this. You can do a lot of things. Okay, a lot of things you can do. Borders, if you want to on borders, you can add that. Shadow, if you want to add the shadow, you can add the shadow. Okay, and what is the border here? We have border is black, and radius is nothing. Just have a border with something like this, and radius will actually make you square, something like that. It corners will get rounded, the corners will get rounded, something like that. And shadow will give you shadow. Okay, you can do a lot of formatting. Okay, we'll come to that in the visualization part. I'm just creating because I want to publish this. Okay, now again we will this actually a population insight version 1.0. Okay, we can do much better than this by modifying, by understanding the different features of a Power BI tool. Okay, just for now we just only created a very poor report. It's very poor report, I can say. Okay, now I just saved, but instead of save I can say save as, because this is a version 1.0.
Sir, can you go back to the relations?
Yeah. Okay. Let me cancel it. Okay. Yeah. Yes, I'm in the relationship.
Sir, once you click that filter, double click.
Okay. It's actually working. Yeah.
Sir, actually, my doubt I asked yesterday. So in this, only that 3 rows like it is showing. In my case also, which I prepared that assignment one.
It's a sample. So, it's a sample data. It's just a sample.
Okay. We cannot see here entire data.
Entire data you cannot see. But if you want to see, just cancel it and go back and see in the data view. It is just to understand what is the header, and see why you are seeing only 3 rows, because just to understand what type of data it is. It's a textual data, it's a numerical data. Just to make a relationship, that's it.
Okay. And one more doubt, sir.
Yeah.
Actually, you applied that remove duplicates.
Mm-hmm.
In that case, actually, one country, actually one country was in different regions. I think that, for example, that Cyprus country in the Australia region, and Africa, something like that.
Yeah,
So you applied remove duplicates means actually in between which one has been removed or
yeah,
both
correct,
removed.
correct. Yeah, so you are absolutely right. Yes, that is a big topic to discuss. Yes, you should not do directly delete duplicate. You are absolutely right. Even Russia will also having some part in the Asia and some part in the Europe also. Okay, so in that case, like how they have treated. That's what. In that case, yes, you need to have a many-to-many relationship. There is no option. Okay, but here I want to show a proper model. My perspective is a technical perspective, but if you just look into that business or a common sense perspective, yes, you are right. And but if I look into my technical perspective, I just want to show one to many relationship. Just to I want to showcase that how you can make a one to many relationship. So in that case, I can just go back and delete anything if it is a meaningful to delete. But yes, in this case, in that case, it's not meaningful. Okay, I agree with that point. Any other questions, sir?
Okay, thank
Yeah, that's fine. Now we are here. Um, Now I have to save this as a version 0.1, something like that. Okay, 1.0 means it's one way it's all good, tested, everything is proper. So save as, I can click and I can say insights 1.0. We can make it 1.0 underscore or hyphen 1.0. Okay, this is before DAX everything. So we have not created total population, we have not created anything like count of regions, count of age group. Okay, we have not created anything. Okay, so we will come to that. That is called insights. What does it mean by insights? What is the average population? Okay, which category is actually going slow? So how can I know how many categories are there actually? So all these questions you ask, which will be solved by insights. What does it mean by insights, and who will help to make that insights? The guy is DAX guy. So we have not entered with we have not have a introduction with the DAX guy. So you don't know how to create a total population, how to create this count of countries. All these things you don't know, right, at this moment. So that is the reason it's a 1.0. So now we last time we published using this publish option, but now let's do that with a different option. Okay, the second option, how to do publish, app.powerbi.com. So for me, it is actually loading. Okay, directly loading. For you, it will ask you to log in, and it will also ask you to log in with two-way authentication. What does it mean by two-way authentication? You mobile authentication. Okay, yesterday we discussed. Now let's go and go to a workspace and get data. So this option I would like to use. So where I would like to use this premium workspace? No, shared workspace. Where is the shared workspace? This one. Okay, guys, hope you are working in the shared workspace. But see, I don't see anything. Guys, what are you doing here? Nobody is working on the shared workspace. Where are you working? Otherwise, in the other workspace you are working. Project premium workspace practice one. Oh, okay, okay. I don't see any other person. Owner. Okay. Because I'm the owner because this is my owner name. Okay. If any other person can publish, I can see their name. Okay, previous batch you can also do otherwise. Okay, now I can just get the data into publish to this also premium workspace. Let's do that. Okay, any workspace we can do. Now get data and files from local, and yes, may batch here the version 1.0, population version 1.0. Yeah, see, you see population 1.0, and if you come to all, you will know population 1.0. See, we only published one report, but you see that PBX file has a report data set. Two things automatically created. Okay, sometimes dashboard also will get created, but this time only because Power BI creates automatically sometimes. Okay, and we'll talk in detail about all these points, but just now we have created a report. Just go and click that report so that we will see the what exactly, how exactly report can do. And if I click this 3 lines, it will go hide. Okay, so we are in the population, so if you click anything, everything will get interacted because they have relationships. I can just check seniors, something like that. Okay, so at any point of time you can check something like that. See, and we have not enabled the data labels. We don't know the count of each everything that can be done in the version 2.0. Okay, this is just 1.0. What we have done basic relationships, basic visuals without any formats, without any color change, without anything. We have done that and we publish. That's the reason it's a 1.0. Very basic report. Okay, now we will do 2.0 and then see how that looks like. Okay, now what next? No, so now here if I come back and see, there is one to many and many to one relationships are there. But let's say if I have a many to many relationship, or if I don't have an option as I told, December 2018 we don't have many to many relationship. So previously how they used, because you might get a job to support the previous older project, so you should know without many to many relationship how to do that. And some people they don't prefer many to many relationship. Reasons could be vary. Okay, it works perfectly. I mean, there is no doubt at all. But some interviewers will ask, no, you will face some problem with many to many relationship. No, you will not face. You can confidently say that. You will not face until unless you don't understand the data. Until unless you don't understand the data, Power BI will not make any mistake. People will say that many to many relationship will not give a proper results. Sometimes reports broke. Sometimes they come in a improper way. No, it's nothing. Otherwise, what is the use of creating many to many relationship? No, actually not. But before that, like how it was, and let's just understand that in a simple project, and we're just going to create one another project and simply come back and we'll create one another way. Okay, so what we have understand, let's go back to the data. We understand this relationship type, which is cardinality, and we also see we have many to many options provided since December 2018 onwards, and earlier we do not have many to many relationship. We'll just experiment if it's not there, then how it should work. Okay, duplication is the common aspect, right? Okay, ideally in that dim region we should have a duplicates as per Janardhan sir, right? So but I just want to have a beautiful dimension, a beautiful star schema. So my intention was to make a beautiful star schema. Okay, I did not see that with common sense, like yes, region might have countries here and there, but yeah. So that's anyway. We will come to this many to many relationship and how to understand it and how to work with it, and what is this active inactive relationship. Coming to that point, so we have only one relationship and which is active. How I can know which is active? If I double click it, again it will open. See, make this relationship active. Which means it is an active relationship. Let's say if I create one more relationship with the category to year, which is actually not correct. Okay, I'm just telling you. Click OK, whatever it is. See, this is inactive relationship. This is called inactive relationship. If let me show you, the data will be there. Okay, just coming to this zoomer. See, you see there is a data. Okay, there is a dots, not data. There is a dots. So I'm just telling you, though the relationship is not correct, I've created one more relationship, And what is the use, you may ask? What is the use to create a second relationship? We will talk this later. Okay, at this moment, maybe it's too early to discuss that point, but yes, it will save a lot of size of the PBX files. I mean, it will I'll tell you, but here it's not the right example. We don't have. We will just look for the right example when we create the date table. Okay, we will also work with date table. At that time, I will just give you what is the importance of this inactive relationship. So inactive, if you are saying inactive, then what is the use of it? Inactive means it's not active. You cannot filter with this relationship. But there is a DAX function which will work with inactive relationship. So that DAX function is called use relationship. So in that use relationship, only that particular case, it will explicitly make that as a active, and once that execution done, then that will go to inactive. Something like that. So at any time, at any point of time, two relationship will not be active. Okay. So only one relation is active at any point of time. So that is the reason we make another relationship is inactive. So I can go back and just double click and this make an active relationship, and other, if I just click this will make active relationship, and I cannot click OK because the other one will get deactivated. That's what it's saying. But before that, I just need to inactive that relationship. See, I have to make it inactive. So if I click OK, you will come to know it will become inactive now. See, this is also become that. Now I can go back and say this is just for testing purpose. It works. Okay, this testing purpose it works. In the real time, actually, we use relationship function. What we use? We use relationship function, the DAX function. We will come to know the DAX. Okay, but actually this is not at all good idea. Here category never match. That is not the right glue. Okay, you are sticking with the wrong parts. Okay, if you broke something, you should properly align, and then only that will stick properly. So something like that. Okay, now go to properties, something like this. I'm showing you all as much as possible. Okay, just make it this inactive and click OK, or we can delete also. We can delete this relationship. Okay, and make this active. So instead of that, let me just give a control 4, and now here instead of this, go to this manage relationship. Now you see two are inactive. See, one should have a population age group, and this should have an active relationship, and this is actually category here is not a good relationship. Okay, now make it this active, and if you want to delete this, you can delete this simply here. See, everything user friendly. Microsoft tool will give you a lot of user friendly options. We need to explore all the options. Okay, you might have what is Dataverse? Simply go and search in Google and what is Dataverse. Dataverse is basically a source where you have a SAP tool. So there is a competition from SAP to Microsoft, which with the tool called Microsoft Dynamics 365. What does it mean? What does it Dynamics 365? And what is the competitor in the SAP? SAP all modules like like BW, not BW, SD, lot of modules are there. So for that modules, there is a competitor tool in the Microsoft which is called Dynamics 365. Okay, so one of the Dynamics 365 data source is called Dataverse. Okay, not to worry. So if you really want to understand more about it, just go and search in the Google and search for this Dataverse, and you will understand what exactly mean by that. So that is entirely different story altogether. Dynamics 365. Dynamics 365 is a suite. What does it mean by suite? Suite is called, it's a predefined tool. You just have to push your data and apply your data and use that functionalities. Then it will work for you. That's something like that. It's a functional tool. What does it mean by the functional tool? it is not a technical tool, it's a functional tool. Okay, you don't need to write any code. Automatically it is there, you need to just use it for you. The functions, the features you need to use. We have car, we have dicky, but every time you will not use dicky, right? So something like that. The features are, lot of features are there, but you need to use according to your need. So that is called functional tools. But Power BI is a pure technical tool. It's not functional tool. Okay. So we do a lot of technical, but there also you do a lot of technical, but we call that as a functional tool. We'll talk to that later, and you can explore if you want to understand about Dynamics 365. What is Dynamics 365? Okay. It's not Office 365. Okay. Dynamics 365. Now, why I come here? Oh yeah, we just understand this. We will come to this. Okay, active like relationship. Okay, languages. Languages also. This will change language to any other language. Okay, now here it's only English, but you need to go and data source settings. You need to enable other languages, or you need to import some schema, other language schema, and then it will automatically change, something like that. Okay. If your customer is from Japan, okay, they don't like English, they want their own language. So in that case, you may work with this linguistic schema. Okay, but what we understand, we have understand this, we understand this, we know this, we know this. Okay, did we work with refresh? Did we work with refresh? Okay, we will come to the refresh. Okay, refresh will cover in the Power BI service. So when we do that, we'll also do in the Power BI desktop refresh. Okay, we almost understand this get data, and this is also options in this thing. But actually, if you see the recent sources, okay, that's what it is. And the publish, it is just publish. You can also publish from here. So that's what it is. If I work only backend, I'm not concerned about my visuals. You can publish from here. Okay. So in the real time, you might work with Power Code Editor. You might work with only modeling part. You might work with only visualization part. You might work with only Power BI service. So your job role would be any of these roles. Okay, in the real time. Okay, but we are learning the tool 360 degrees. Anywhere you get a job, you can work easily. Okay, so that's the reason you are better than real timer. Okay, one person has joined as a fresher and he trained, he just put into a back end. You don't know what will happen in the front end, and you don't know all these concepts. If you really explore, yes, you might know, but if you don't explore, then everybody don't know. So that is the story. Okay, so what next? Yeah, so now we will try to understand this part, this data part. Okay, here if you just see, if you just click any of the country, then see these tools, the additional tool comes, column tools and table tools. Okay, column tools and table tools. If I don't click and click only the table, then the other tool will go. So just you should understand like how this tool is behaving. Okay, the tool behavior also you should understand. Okay, now let's click on any of this and then you will understand. Okay, now column tools came. So what is this? How can I categorize this column? This column is a country, so I can categorize as a country. So now see, name is country, and the data type is text, and format is also text, and you see a lot of formatting options. So for text you do not have any formatting, but this will be useful for the numeric value, to make it percentage, make it dollar, make it comma. After decimal you can remove and increase zeros. Okay, everything that will be useful for the numerical values. The formatting is options are available for numerical values. Okay, so the format and formatting options are very useful for the numerical values or any other data type except text. Okay, so this is a data type is different, format is different. Okay, you will understand when you work with other kind of column types. Okay, data type is different, format is different. And now you see there are two things. Summarize this lambda symbol. You see this, what do we call this, a lambda? What is this, sir? Anybody can just give an example. Now in my chat, what is that? Summation, okay. Actually, this is a Greek symbol basically. There is a name lambda. We use it to call lambda, pi. So these are all symbols. We should have a name with the Greek words actually. But I don't know. I'm not getting this name of the symbol. But that's okay. It's a summarized symbol. Okay. If you see where some numerical values, they might have a okay. Nothing is categorized. Okay. We'll do categorize. Okay. Summarize. We'll do summarize and categorize. There is a difference between categorizing.
Anna,
Yeah.
we call it as sigma.
Sigma. Perfect. Perfect. Thank you. Thank you. So we call this as a sigma. Okay. It's a Greek symbol and Greek word. This is called sigma. So in the stats we use this very frequently. Lambda, sigma. A lot of symbols we work. Okay. So this sigma actually is not there in anywhere. Oh yeah, here population. You see population, the sigma was there. If I click the population, you will come to know and what kind of summarization that happened. Now let's click this year. So it's a year selected and see this is summarized sum, and lot of summarization is there. This is called aggregate functions: sum, average, min, max, count distincts. These are all called summarization. Okay, but let's say if I have a gender, can I do summarization? Yes, you can do count distinct. These two things only you can do. Okay. Okay. So based on the data type, the summarization will change. If it is a numeric, so that is the reason. It is, if I don't do summarize, because total doing years is meaningless. Do we add any 1950 plus 1950? No. So then you see, if I don't summarize, then the symbol will go. Ideally, this is the right one. Don't summarize is the right option for this. So why Power BI do like this? Just Power BI understand what is the data type, and if I just summarize this, then user might get benefit. So that's how it thinks. It's a machine, right? Okay. So that is the reason. Now you see this got gone. But now when it comes to country, so country is selected. But now you see it's not summarized. You can also do summarize because it's again text. But I don't want to do that. But I want to work with this categorization. What is this categorization? What is the benefit of this categorization? So you see it's a web URL, image URL, barcode, longitude, latitude, continent, country, postal code, state and provision, county, city, place, address. Okay, if you just categorize, it will just a symbol will come that into that, and then in the visualization it will detect the right visual for that column. If you just push that column into the pane, the visualization pane, automatically a visualization type will detect. So that is the beauty. Okay, previously if you want to work with this longitude visual, the map, we should have created a longitude column, and there was so much hectic actually. In later point of time, this longitude latitude came into data categorization, so it is very easy. And then the map country categorization came, so we no need to work with longitude latitude. So previously, what we used to do, we used to go to Google, and for countries longitude latitude, we used to fetch, and we should create the columns. It was a lot of efforts we used to work with that. But it's simply, now I can just simply click on country, and you see there's a globe symbol here. Now I'm going to click it, country, it's a country, so it's country, it's not county. County means village. See, now the country is selected. Now you see the global symbol, which means it is categorized. It's not summarized, it's categorized. Summarization is this. Okay. Now this is what it is. It's a categorized. So what category it is, and we'll come to the sort by option. I will also give you one example how to sort based on some high, low, medium, low. If you have this kind of options, by default that sort will happen based on the alphabetical order. But if you want to have a custom order, like after high and after very high, it should be high, and then medium. So if they are nowhere like proper order. Okay, but we'll come to that part later. Then that time I will show you sort by option, and group by option also we'll discuss, and manage relationship will actually go to this one. And new column also we can create. We'll work with that. Okay, this is about column tools under data. Column tools under data pane. Okay, group by data group and sort group. Okay, we have not sort by column, we have not done. Simple. If I want to sort by customer ID or country ID, let's say if I want to have a proper number, see 204 is actually coming here, so which is not correct. So if I want to see how it's happened, it happened by country, because I say alphabetical A is coming first. Now I want to have this country ID. Based on that, let's say simply click on this country ID. But you when that is most useful when it comes to a real time scenario. So the scenario. Janardhan sir, go on mute, please. Okay. So now you see the country ID. Now you see the country ID is now sorted. No, it's not sorted. It's a whole number. Sort by country ID. Okay, whole number. Data type is whole number, perfectly fine. But why this sort is not happening based on that proper sorting? Yeah, it's proper sorting. Huh? No, it's not proper sorting. 533 should not come here. Okay, we'll see this, why this sort is not happening properly. It's a whole number. Data type is proper.
I think it is country is alphabetical order.
No, that's fine. I want to have a different sort order. Okay, I want to have a different sort order. Let's do the sort by sort ascending. Yeah, so now it's working. So sort, yeah, now it's working. So this arrow symbol is actually working. Okay. The sort by column will come to the main benefit when we work with the real case. So that is the reason I'm not showing at this moment. But here you think that it's not working, but actually it will work when you actually create a visual. Okay, we will come to that part. Okay, now it's working. If I just click this symbol and then click on sort ascending, then this is checked and this is working. So this is working. Okay, now you see it's proper. But this sort column only will apply on the visual, not simply it will not sort. Okay, if you want to sort something like this sort option, you need to work in the use. Okay, so now we understand almost with the data tools. Okay, data view, table view. Now you see table view, you say manage relationship and measures. Will come to this measure and new table and new column. Okay, new table, new column. See, now we'll just talk this new column concept. Okay, I want to have a column which is actually having a, let's create a new column here. This is a small table. Okay, it's a small table, so that is the reason I'm just taking this table. Here I want to create a new column. Just understand the game. Okay, now let me zoom it. Okay, you can zoom like that. And now let's see, I want to have a new column which actually something like this. Any two columns I can take. Okay, this and this. Okay, age group and age category, or this and this. Any two columns. Okay, what is this? DAX test column. This column name is DAX test. I am creating a column combination of two columns. Okay, how I can do? I can do two ways or three ways or multiple ways we can do. Okay, but I'm just taking this age group column and then this. Okay, now again I think it's okay. Now let's type age group. Okay, age group. Simple. I just type age. It came with the table name and age group. I can, because I'm only working in the same table, so I no need to have this table name. That's perfectly fine. The same name, age group, and I want to have a concatenate with its category. Again it will come as a table name. I can remove this table. Let's see. Yeah, it's working. Let's say I want to have some space between this 30 to 34 younger adult. I want to have some space. So I can create this space. I can simply create this and have a double quotes and make a space, and that is also possible. See, now there is a space. I want to have a hyphen, something like this, that you can just identify easily. See, there is an hyphen. Okay, delimited, right? So multiple ways we can create, and actually we have not, see, DAX means the new column which we are creating. This data model means you need to use DAX. So that's how it is. But yes, without DAX also you can create this. This is one example, and there is no much difference between that DAX and this DAX. Okay, this that way and this way. But let me create in another way. How to create in another way? Just remove and use some function, concatenate function. Excel also has this concatenate function. So you can concatenate text1 comma text2. Joins two text strings into one string. So what is this and this? Let's take this age group. So again it's coming. I can remove. Okay, because I am working on the same table, so I no need to mention the table reference. So when that is really useful, when you are working a column which is in another table column, then you can understand giving the table name there. So this actually column is coming with this table, and that column is coming with that table. So that time this table name is really useful. Okay. Now see, this is the IntelliSense. This is called IntelliSense, sensing. It is smelling like what you are typing, and based on that is the real syntax or not. Okay. This is called intelligent tool. Okay. Now you see, when I put comma, now you need to give the text to. So what is the text to? This one. What is this? Actually category. Just I am typing category and it's coming with the table name. Okay, again I can remove, and I can keep also, no issues. Now you see, this will change. Without space they will come again. So without space. Now if I want something, now you see, for concatenate there is only two texts can be combined. Now I can do lot of things. In between I can go. I can just give a some and symbol, and I can give a double quotation with hyphen. Okay, so this will work. See, these are all workarounds. Many ways we can do. I'm just doing age group with this hyphen, and then now it is become only one column. This will become only one text, and this is another text. Only one comma you can see. So the concatenate symbol, you have this is one another workaround. Actually, I can say it's a workaround. But actually, with concatenate, instant concatenate, you can do. How to do? So we'll just see this. I will remove this. Okay. I can use one more concatenate option, comma. I can use one more concatenate. Now it's again will come text one. So in this text one, I can use space, okay, or comma, something like that, text to. So here I can put hyphen, underscore, anything I can put. Okay, this is also work as a one more text, and then click one more close button. So now it will work. Concatenate inside concatenate. See, this is working. You can just create anything. Okay, like space and enter. See, it will work. See, we will just see more into concatenate. Yeah, this is simple concatenate. It's a nested concatenation we call. Okay, whatever the word it is, you create columns in DAX multiple ways. Okay, multiple functions we can use to create the same column. Okay, but sometimes the use case might change, but sometimes it might be there. Okay, now let's just remove this and then enter. Now I want to have a same column. See, if I go back to this, now just understand the DAX test is created. Now I'm going back to this Power Query editor, tool inside the tool. Okay, I'm going back. There is this dim test is having in this. See the calculate column symbol. So the calculate column symbol you see. Now let me go back to this query editor. Now you see that won't be there here. which we have created there will not be available here. The DAX test is not available here. See, that is the intent of mine to show you. So I have created the DAX test, but it will be there. It will be there, but it will be not there. The same table. See, this column should have there. What is that column name? DAX test column should have there. Why it's not there? Why? This is a this is just come before. Data come to this first and load to this, and then on top of that loading you are creating this. So that is the reason it is not there. Okay, your water flow is coming down, but in between you are sending some color. Color is coming, but color is not coming from the source, from the first point. You are in between adding color. So you are seeing this column because you have done this DAX. DAX will not be available here. So now, if I want to create the same column here, can we create the column here? Not here. Here, can we create the same column here? Yes, you can create the column here, add column. And there's an option called custom column. So let me do that. And we'll finish this session today with this option. Okay. Now I can say M test. Okay, this is M test. And here also we want having age group, and age group, double click, and then category, and then click category. But in between we should have a syntax called %. So this is also possible. Click OK. See, there is no syntax errors. Now click OK, it will create. And again we can click on this gray gearbox. But M test will be come here. M test will be come here, but DAX test will not come here. Just like referencing. We understand the reference concept, right? So something like this. This will be referred to that, but that will not be referred to this. So that kind of relationship you have in between DAX and the M code. So now, if I just close and apply, you can see that there. But again, I want to show you this delimiter, something like that. So just click on the gearbox. So, and again you can give one more ampersand and give some double quotation in between and give hyphen or anything. Maybe give space before that and give space. But that is also possible. Now this will happen. Let me go home and then close and apply. Now you see this M test will come there. Simply, that's my intent. It will just let that load. Okay, apply change is yet to load. So now you understand one Power BI tool. Inside there are two languages. One is DAX and the other one is M code. Now let's go to this document and simply understand before that load. So what is M language? M language is a Power Query formula language, and it is used for data preparation. Okay, and it's purely used for data transformation and before data model. See, it's just before data model it will come. This is called M language. But the DAX, the confusion will give you that will create column, this will create also column. That will create the table, this will also create the table. Okay, this will create the column, and yeah. So these are the two differences. Column can be created here, table can be created here, table can be created here, column can be created here. That is the confusion, but there is a context where to apply what. If that column is created for the data preparation part, that's perfectly fine. But sometimes there is a tie. So one column can be created here and one so that's up to you. Okay, it depends on your data size, depend on your data type of that column that you are creating. So there is no hard and fast rule that no column should be created using M code or column should be created in the DAX. There is no rule at all. Okay, we will talk to that performance point of view. Then you will come to know when to create what. Okay, now so DAX is basically to create the insights. Okay, what is that? Create the insights. What does it mean by insights? How many total? How many countries? What is the average? What is the minimum population? What is the maximum population of that age group? So this kind of questions can be answered by that insights. Okay, you need to create some values. How much, how many, all this, we need to create using is it possible a measure or something else, calculated column, everything can be done in the DAX using DAX. So we will discuss more on the DAX tomorrow. And any questions? So you will not have that this same documentation there, but I will upload after some point of time. Still it's loading. So any questions, guys? Any questions? Quickly I can answer and then I can wind up. So here today I do not have anything to share with you in the Skype, but let's see. Previously we have shared a lot of files. Okay, see, a lot of files we have shared. This example. Anybody is working on this assignment? Guys, work on the assignments. Okay, you will save a lot of. That is a smart way of learning. So whenever there is a huge heat, then only we need to hamper with the hamper. Otherwise, it will not bend properly. Okay. So just understand that concept and do assignment whenever and wherever it's possible. Anyway, he has given the options to join any multiple batches, so I will do little later. So that is called laziness. Okay, that's not the smart way of learning. Okay, so this is what you have to save all these files, guys. These files will be available. You don't assume that these files will available for lifetime. Okay, this will available only for 30 days. Okay, you have to copy all of them. Okay, you have to copy all of them to your local drive and save them properly. Okay, prepare your own notes. Don't depend on my notes. My notes is a reference for you. Take your hard notes and write on that. Okay, let's just see that whether still it's loading. Okay, it's the last file or the first file. Come on. Open questions, guys. Ask for interview, ask for anything, any doubt. See, I have also added some interview questions here. Okay, interview questions. See, difference between star schema and snowflake schema. Yesterday I have asked in the group. So bidirectional class flow. Today I will ask because I didn't. Did I tell this bidirectional class flow? When there is a many-to-many relationship, we'll talk this many-to-many relationship. It's not yet come. Okay, we'll talk this. Maybe I won't ask this. Okay, we will ask this. DAX and the DAX. Okay, this is also DAX. This is also DAX. These 3 questions are DAX. Time intelligence also DAX. 4 questions DAX. This is a report functionality. Row level security we yet to. Okay, these are questions I have added, but previous batch people can understand. Direct query we will discuss later. Okay, guys, you should ask. If I miss any topic, that is very important. It's a huge topic, but as a kick start, I will give as many as possible. If I miss any important concept, you can definitely ask. We'll definitely discuss. Okay, that depends on you, how you are understanding, how you are doing. Okay, come on, why this is very slow today? Okay, meanwhile, let me just okay. General sir, you want roles, huh? Anybody wants any roles? Admin role, contributor role, member role, pure role, any roles if you want, just to access this, let me know. Okay, you want to publish any reports? I think I have given many of people. If anybody don't know, don't receive, just ask me. Okay, just ask me. Just ask me. Okay, I will give you. Just ping me in the WhatsApp. Okay, yes sir, I need. Okay, any other? Okay, I will give you, sir, after this load. Okay, let that load. Why this very slow? Now it's almost done. 2105. Though this is a small table, it's actually referenced by multiple big tables. So that is the reason. Loading is one time effort and it will done. Then the cache will be created inside the Power BI version engine, so it will work flawlessly.
Why that, sir?
Yep. చెప్పండి సార్.
Sir, what? Sir,
Harshika sir, I have given to you, didn't I? You have not checked. See, where are you there? See, in this, I have given yesterday or day before yesterday. See,
Sir.
these are all your usernames and passwords. Harshika sir,
sir, మేము ఒకటి
you logged in, right? You are able to log in. See, this is a viewer role. 4 roles I have given, 3 roles plus 1, 4 role. You are saying, yeah. I think, see, the total population is required, not required because we can create the totals. So that is the question. That is the answer for this. Is that clear? The total population is not required. The total population column is not required because the total population we can create using DAX.
There is only one doubt, sir. We are categorized by 0 to 4 is one kid, something like that. No, senior is a
Right.
We categorize that age by. After that, we are only having in that division total population, the female total population for something male. Total wise, we are sum of the amount only, sum of total amount only, there no some people, set of people. We are not categorized in that. Na?
We will do that using DAX. Everything possible. The insights can be done in the you can create a sum of total population for male, sum of total population for female. Everything you can do that using DAX. So you don't need to specifically create the column. So creating column is unnecessarily increasing size of PBX file. So you will come to know the measure, and then you will come to understand that difference between the measure and the column, and which is better and on what context. So we will come to that point maybe tomorrow. Okay, tomorrow is DAX function. So don't skip tomorrow's class. That is very, very important. If you skip tomorrow's class, maybe further classes may not be that much clear. Okay, so just join wherever you are. Join with phone. Anything is possible. Do that, and then you will have an idea. Okay.
I had a doubt, so that's why I'm confusing information.
Okay, that's fine, sir. So now see that, now you see 2 columns, DAX test and M test. Both are same possible, but if you go back to this Power Query editor, you will not see that. I think Power Query editor is closed. Now that's how it is. And let me save this and then close and stop recording, and bye for now.